Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sparkless Inspirations. How is everybody? Happy belated or early Martin Luther King Day, depending on when you watch this. I'm taping on MLK, and it was a fun day. I actually got to drive on Martin Luther King Boulevard going to Ian's work. It's also his birthday. It was a lot of fun. So let's see what some of the messages are coming for you for your daily pop. I feel really infused with this crazy, zany vitality today. Like, I seldom can just separate completely and decide, listen, don't feel obliged to do anything today, but, take Hagen and go to Ian's work and bring lunch and have a great day. And then afterward, whatever you have time for work and otherwise you can do, but don't obligate yourself. Because oftentimes I'll just make this decision. Oh, this order came in for a read. I have to do it within 24 hours. I don't know many readers that do that. And I'm like, girl, calm down. You are constantly with the creation of the deck and other things pushing a little too hard. So take it slow. And the moment I decide I can do that, guess what? I have enough time for everything. And that's the surrender process. And that's what you're going to be doing. Think how it feels when the sun shines on a beautiful day in early summer, right? Don't you want to just go out and feel that warmth on your skin and your neck and your back? And your hair gets warm. Know how the brightness can lift your mood and give you joy. That's what the surrender is. Surrender to the beauty. Like, the weirdest thing happened. I was going through the Starbucks drive-thru. I was like dying for coffee. And I just looked out the window and I noticed, oh my God, there's a friggin' stream right there behind those trees. Like, I love streams more than anything. Babbling brooks and streams, I lift off into crazy town when I see them. I love the sound of it. They just are everything beautiful to me. And I'm like, get out of here. It was the first time I've ever gone in this location to this thing. And I thought, I want to come here all the time because why wait in line? There's a babbling brook right there. And it was beautiful. And I just surrendered to just feeling like I was out in nature right next to it. And it was so peaceful and wonderful. And that's what Spirit is asking us all to do right now. Surrender to the beauty that's around us. Let's look for it. Let's take every opportunity to see, feel, and absorb it and just have it be part of our everyday tapestry, right? Let's do this. And I feel like that's what's happening for you. It's a special energy and it's important. It's like Spirit knows that we can live on eternity and that we can exist outside of any kind of dimension. That's an aggravating dimension. Bye-bye. I'm popping out of there. That's somebody else's energy. I didn't bring this to the table. I don't need to get convoluted into some kind of insane discourse with somebody when I can be listening to music peacefully. And, and that's what happens being in that carousel, in that loop of infinite family discord or whatever can happen. We just get pulled right back in and we're habitual. We'll say and do the same things unless we catch it and go, oh, that's a dimension that blows. I don't want to be in that dimension anymore. I want to be in the flow state. I want to be where I surrender to the beautiful universe's capacity to bring me a new way to do things. So I'm not so aggravated. I don't need to be in this nerve-wracking state with people that are capital A-holes. No, thank you. Like, I want to go read a book. I want to out of here. Right? And it's important where we focus and where we give our direction is where we get it. Our reason for living is not to come here, consume and fight with people and jockey for a position. Hell to the no. It's the opposite of that. We just surrender to the divine flow and observe, right? Observe the beauty. That's what it's about. And I remember my dad being awesome at this. Like, he could have all his crazy 4 sons losing their minds all over the place and doing everything, and he would just, it's almost like he'd float above it. It was like a really wild thing. And when he knew he could reduce the tension, he'd spare word here and there, and it was just awesome. Like this healthy detachment from the heavy 3D skirmishes that youth is sometimes provides for us, because that's the one thing that it's almost like the youth is wasted on the youth, because that's when we're so pressurized to think we have to do, be, and say certain things, and we are very habitual, and we don't have the wisdom oftentimes before age 18 to go, hey, I can just settle my tea kettle here. I can just be like opting out, thank you, refusing to participate in this, and go, right? Because we're much more impulsive, we're much more hot-headed. So that's a one great thing. And I always remember thinking, why do old people just want to sit in a chair on a porch and swing back and forth and drink tea? Like, how friggin' boring. Now, that is my ultimate goal in life dream, is to sit on a porch in a rocking chair and have tea. Like, I love that. You know why? I love being alone. I'll be there with a soul sister and talk all way into the night and listen way into the night. I love that idea of being on a big farm and having nobody around, where, we think we need all this outside craziness when we're younger. As we get older, we realize what's important. That's what's happening. And that's part of the release. We're releasing what doesn't hold function, form, beauty, or magic. What isn't alchemized in the right direction for us, right? And usually that is confusion and too much going on. When we're young, we're like more, more, more. And then we're like, then we have too much and we're not even paying attention or relishing the magic that comes with that, right? With the more, more, more. Give you an example. When I was in my 20s, and I went to California and I walked into this thing and I just won this modeling contest. It was the craziest thing. Like, Ian's like, let's go in and check this stuff out. And I was like, okay. We were like, I don't know if it was off Rodeo Drive, it was somewhere in friggin' Hollywood. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And then they're like, here's your number. And there was like thousands of people. And I walked down and then the guy goes, he's like, you're in, you won. And it was like, I just won this thing to this free modeling academy, and they set you up on all these goal season. It's crazy. And it was just one of those things where it was like, when you're not stiff and you don't really care and you have a healthy detachment, things kind of come to you. You know what I mean? But in that time, I had so many offers and weirdness and people placating and tell me how great I am and all these offers and all this craziness that it drove me nuts. It was too much. It wasn't like, oh, here's one sweet thing for you to relish. It was too much. And when we're young and we think we want it all, and if it just comes to us, it's confusing and it's overwhelming. Where now, in my kind of calming older age, it's like if somebody offers me something, I'm like, well, let me assess this and see if it's something I truly want, right? When we're young, we may not know that, but we're like, this sounds glittery, golden, fantastic. So yes, 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 yes. And you burn yourself out, right? This is about, I want time more than I want money. You know what I mean? I want to take a walk in nature more than I want to take on this new client. I don't care about hundreds of dollars when I can have time to myself. Those things we prioritize beautifully when we're in a release state, because we release things that aren't really important. And part of it is due to this state of purification. Purity is saying, hey, what makes my heart sing? What makes my mind calm? What makes me feel love? What makes me feel good? Did you just notice how it got brighter in here? A light just went on the side of my bed for some reason. So that's spirit saying, yeah. Purity is like form and function in the most, it's like Virgo energy. You know what? I want a blank piece of paper and a blue pen, and I want to write things down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Simple, effective, aligned, secure, balanced, and it's like frothy. I just see the froth of like a cappuccino. Things frothing to the surface, giving you good ideas how to purify and what to let go of in your life. I like that one gold leaf that just like landed on her head. She's like, that's all I need. I don't need a whole friggin' tree. It'd be too heavy and too burdensome. One gold leaf is fine. You know what I mean? I can have something that covers my eyes because I trust spirit is going to guide me to the places I need to be, effortlessly beautiful in a flow state, and would say yes to the divine presence. Every time I get in my car, I say, Archangel Michael, thank you. And can you please provide further assistance in keeping me safe from these maniacs that want to kill me and run me off the road and don't know how to drive and should be in prison? No, but seriously, I drive around cities and people go berserk. And every day, I'm serious, my attention is called to something way off in the distance that's like a precursor of things to come. And I know how to align and start to drive due to that. And I feel like that protective state. I don't need to see everything, just enough, right? That's what it's saying. We don't need to see everything and have everything, just enough so we can alchemize it into what we want. So beautiful energies and pops. And thank you guys for all your beautiful comments. As I said before, I read everything, you guys. I appreciate it more than I can say. I know I used to be able to keep up with them and comment, but now with the second channel and making the deck, it's hard. But I just want you to know, it's like I relish them and they mean the world to me, and I do read them, and you guys are so spectacular. And I'm just so proud of you, because just by listening to me or any other light worker out there, it means a switch went on with you that said, you know what, there is a better way. There is a calmer, more serene, balanced, lighthearted way to do things, and I'm going to do this. I am not going to make some invisible prison for myself, because I know I can walk free anywhere I want and go anywhere in this world and be anything that I want. And you can be, and it's so, so beautiful. So that's your messages, you guys. Beautiful. And if you're new to my channel, welcome, and thank you so much for watching.